Good morning, Wesley. What's up, man? I'm curious if you can hear the audio in the stream. Where did you start the fib? So, number one, where did you start the fib? Number two, remember we got to use it in conjunction with other levels. All right. So once we draw the fib, we need to go identify another level of support to see if it's going to be honored. So I picked a low of 1120 before the push to 1350. So you were drawing your fib off 1120, way down here. And so this is a tough one to draw a fib off of, just because look, there's not a real true low level to run a fib off of. Let me show an example on MVIS. All right, if we were to use a fib, you see how this level is pretty easy, right? We have our push, our pull, and then the start of the move, right? So this was the start of this big move. So we want to find the big move, and then we're looking for those pullbacks. So on MVIS example, this is a pretty easy one to tell. Where would you draw it? Would you draw it here to here? No. You want to find the move. In this case, it broke over that previous high. So we would be able to draw a fib just like that, right? Because we can see that clear move. So if we go back to Aldx, what makes this one tough is, determining where did that move really start, right? We'll look at volume. We can see the move really started right around here when volume really started coming in, and we could start to see less chop, less chop, less chop, less chop, and then we actually have some clean candles. So me, if I were to draw a fib on this, right, I would start from here to here. That's how I would do it, right off that move. And then I would say, okay, we got 50%. Does that line up with any other levels, right? Looking back, not really, maybe, maybe not 100%. Mark up that 61.8. Okay, the 61.8 seems to be a little bit better. So let's assume you had the fib drawn up, right? That's how I would have drawn the fib. Let's say that's how you drew the fib, and let's say you wanted to just buy it off the 50%. Let's say that was your plan, your strategy. That's something that works for you. So if you would have bought it off the 50%, first target would be the 38.2 fib. So for instance, stock's pulling back, bounces off the 50. Well, that 38.2 fib is still going to be respected as support resistance, right? So along the pullback, 38.2 fib is going to be respected as support for the move higher. In this case, 38.2 fib was not respected. I mean, we can see it tried to bounce here, right? We can see that green candle, the attempt to bounce, but then we dropped on below. So what happens? Old support is new resistance. So if we know that 38.2 was trying to hold up a support, right? Now we're below that 38.2 fib, right? If you're buying off the 50% for a bounce, where would you want your first target to be? Closest resistance, right? 38.2 support is now resistance since we're below. What did this stock do? Pushed up beautifully to the 38.2. Now that's just a first target. Not saying you got to take all their profits, but that's a good place to take some profit and bring those stops to break even if you think it can get back above the 38.2 fib. So in that case, you would have been long at 13.55, give or take. First target around 14 bucks. You would have brought those stops to break even, assuming you took half, right? You would have got stopped out on the other half, but you would have locked in something on that first half of your size, right? And then you would have left a runner. What if this would have actually rebroke that 38.2 and started a new uptrend all the way back up to 15, right? You would have had some size on the table to actually still lock in some profit. So ALDX is a little challenging for, even me looking at it. It wasn't as clear as it normally is for fibs. So that was a more of a challenging one, Wes, as far as trying to draw that fib on ALDX. But always keep in mind, when you're using fibs or any other indicator, make sure you're using it in conjunction with something else, right? Because these are not standalone indicators. We can't just trade off the fib and the fib only. We need to use it in conjunction, right? You heard me stress that a lot. So again, you had the right idea, the fib, the pullback. You said you got in. Where'd you get in at? I called the 50% fib. So you had yours drawn a little bit different. You said you picked a low off 1120. Right, so let's look at your trade now. So you said you picked a low off 1120. right? And you said you nailed the 50% pullback to 1326. So you would have been in at 1326, right? And you would have been locking in profit at that 38.2 fib, right? Look exactly what it did. Stock comes down. You can see a very quick double bottom, right? So assume you're right here, right? You drew your fib, it comes down, boop, bounces. You didn't take your trade. You're like, you know, I want to wait for that nice little double bottom. You actually had it right there. You see how quick that was? But it's technically a double bottom, right? Come down and bounce, bounce. So you could have been making your entries off the 50% fib, and let's say you're going to give yourself 10 cents of breathing room, right? Because you want that 50% fib to hold. So let's say you give 10 to 15 cents of breathing room. So you already know making your entries at 13.25, putting those stops around 13.10, right? And you want to take profit at least a 2-to-1 setup. Can you get at least 30 cents out of this play? Well, 30 cents would be 55. Absolutely. You can actually get a lot more. So this is more of a 3-to-1 setup. So you know your entries, you know your targets, right? And you know your stop. So boom, you would have got long. You're still in, looking good, taking profit, looking good, taking profit. And that would have been that. So you entered at the 38.2. Gotcha. Entered here, got stopped out, shot back up. Yeah, well, we didn't get a lot of confirmation on that 38.2, right? In hindsight, it's easy for me to say, oh, we didn't get a lot of confirmation, but we can see that when we actually came down and tagged this one to the penny, right? These 2 wicks did not touch it, right? These 2 wicks here do not count, and didn't touch it. This was the first candle that held, right? And again, when we take trades, we want to find, you know, at least some kind of market structure, whether it's really quick or long, right? W's, double bottoms, you know, at least 2 times, showing that the stock has, you know, attempted to drop below a level, but buyers held it up. So right here, we have 1 attempt that we dipped below the 38.2 and it pushed back up. So 1 attempt. Now we need a second attempt. We never got it, right? Never got it. Back above, second attempt, right? You could have taken this one for a scalp. I personally wouldn't. That's a weird trade. But just looking at it, yeah. But then you come down here, look, 1 attempt. 2 attempts, you could have made your trade. Let's say you missed it. 3 attempts, holding, make your entry, right? You can see the difference. 1 attempt, we crack and fail. Multiple attempts to hold this level, respected. More confirmation, look to take an entry, boom. You could have actually taken that up towards the 1376 for about a 50-cent move. So hopefully that makes sense. Here we had 1 tag, right? And then we lost it right away. Here we had multiple tags of that 50% fib, which showed us, hey, traders actually respected it once, twice, not only twice, 3 times, baby. 3 times. That gives me some extra clarification that traders are respecting that 50% fib. Let me go ahead and take a trade off that, keep my stops really, really tight, and look for the retest of that 38.2 fib. So that's how you would have traded that based on the fib that you had drawn up, right? And it's a game of, you know, trial and error. That's really what it is, you know, diving into those paper accounts, taking different types of trades and realizing, oh, I see what I did wrong. I see the 1 attempt. I should have waited. I see the 3 attempts. I should have taken that trade, right? Hey man, I tell you what, you spend another 6 months diving into the market, taking the initiative and learning this, it'll become easy, my man. It really will. It's intimidating at first. There's a lot. But once you start seeing this, right, you know, getting these live examples, understanding, you're like, yeah, I get it now, man. I get it. I'm going to apply this in a paper account. And you start getting some consistency with a paper account, taking some trades like this, and you start kind of tweaking entries, stop losses, targets, right? Looking at volume, it's all going to just start clicking, right? It's all going to just start clicking. You're going to just be like, all right, I feel it. I see it looking good, right? Looking good. So it is a lot, but just like anything that you want to be successful with in life, it's a lot, right? It is a lot. You got to go to college. You got to get your education. It seems intimidating. It's a lot. You got all your tests and your exams. It's a lot. It's 4 years and it's a lot, right? But once you're out of college, get yourself a job, potentially make 6 figures plus a year. Stock trading's the same. It's beautiful, right? You can learn it. It doesn't have to take 4 years, but you can learn it if you take it serious because it is a career and you could step right out, start making 6 figures from home. So that's the beauty of stock trading. right? Just takes time. You got to be patient. It takes time. You got to study, study, study. Ask questions like you do, right? Asking those questions, getting the clarification, getting the answers, applying that, and you're going to see results very, very quickly. And one thing that we cannot do, Wes, one thing that we cannot do is predict and perfectly time the market, right? That is one thing that no one can do, is predict and perfectly time the market. The only thing that we can do is manage our risk, right? So the only thing we can do is manage our risk, be patient, wait for what we think are the best of the best setups, right? No setup is 100%, but wait for the setups that we feel have 80-20 odds. 80% working out in our favor, 20% going against us. The higher the odds, the better, right? We're never going to be right 100% of the time. So the only thing that we can master, the only thing that we can do right 100% of the time is build our trade plans, understand what we're getting involved with as far as risk, right? In managing that risk, right? Keeping those losses small, staying consistent with those 80-20 setups. And over time, right? Over a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, you continue to do it with consistency, discipline, managing that risk, and only trading those 80-20 setups that work for you, that you've back tested, right? Everything will average out and everything will, you'll be profitable. So again, with entries, a little bit more difficult. Yeah, entries are tough because again, it is impossible to predict and time the market. So again, how do we get those great entries, right? It's all about patience, discipline, and just simply being able to manage that risk. Yeah, as a new trader as well, Wes, yeah, it was very tricky. Pre-market was very, very tricky. Post-market was very, very tricky as a new trader because it's crazy. The spreads are wild. It moves very, very quick. You can't market in and out. You can't put stops, right? So pre-market and post-market is a little tricky. If you are participating during those times as a newer trader, I would do very, very small size. I can't tell you how many times the spread has opened in a pre-market trade. And I was immediately down $2 a share. And I'm like, whoa, right? So keep it small. Understand that it is, a little risky. It's a little challenging. But the more you do it and the more you, try, it'll become a little bit easier. And you're kind of get a feel for how you should work pre-market and post-market with your orders. So with that being said, hopefully that gives you some clarification. This morning on this beautiful Tuesday, I'm going to jump back off the mic, get everything ready to go, and we will be going live in the next 15 minutes, baby. No, man, you rock. You rock.
Somewhere far away, I want you back.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Alpha Day Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside the chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on, everybody here in chat this morning? You beautiful sons of people. I would say the B word, but I gotta try and keep it professional. But good morning, everybody in chat. And good morning, everybody over on YouTube for our free live commentary session this morning. Today is Tuesday, April 27th, 9 a.m. baby, and what a hot market yesterday, guys. How excited were you with yesterday's market? My goodness, we had MVIS really just rip and run. Like the last couple of weeks, as you guys have known, those of you that have been tuning into the live stream, the market has been very tough. The market has been very challenging. It's been very choppy. There haven't really been a whole lot of opportunities. MVIS, guys, yesterday changed the market. The market conditions are starting to shape back up. We're starting to see stocks really hold their gains, move up predictably as well. MVIS alone, I was able to squeeze out about $900 in profits yesterday just to give $900 of my profits back just to trade Tesla off of earnings to make $700, then to jump right back into MVIS and after hours to make another $300. So I actually closed my day yesterday. It was a roller coaster. It was fun, right? From small size back to my large size, getting readjusted to it. It was crazy, right? Up, down, break even, down, up, still locked in about $1,000 yesterday. Here's my P&L for the 26, $1,000. Yeah, and $236. So slightly over $1,000. So not a bad way to end the day. And you guys heard it first yesterday. This is going to be a $5,000 week, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to end the month up $5,000. Now it's not a lot. I'm still 50% shy of my $10,000 goal. But again, I'm not going to talk about it. You've heard me stressing it for 3 weeks. It's an average, yada, 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 right? But we are going to see a $5,000 plus week this week, as long, all right, as market conditions stay the way they have been since yesterday. If we see more stocks really rip and run predictably, consistently like MVIS did yesterday. And on top of that, guys, we have a lot of highly anticipated earnings this week as well, which really makes for a lot of fun and a lot of opportunity. So no matter what, small cap penny stocks are dead. It's okay. We have earnings across the board, and there is opportunity in the market for us to get involved with options, for us to get involved anywhere, to make some money, to have some fun, to learn all at the same time. So Chris, good morning, everybody over in chat. Welcome back. Everybody over on YouTube, welcome to our free live session. Let's have some fun. Let's go ahead and dive into what we got going on. To start, ladies and gentlemen, every single morning, if you guys do not know, you guys could actually jump over to AlphaDayTrading.com. All right, let me open this bad boy up real quick. What's going on here? Here we go. You guys can jump on over to AlphaDayTrading.com, right? You're going to land on our beautiful homepage here. You're going to go up here to education, all right? Go to newsletter and blog, and every single morning before 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm actually going to post our morning stock newsletter where I break down every single stock that has news, getting you pictures of our up gappers so you know exactly what's gapping up, gapping down, large cap up gappers, my personal watch list, kind of technically what I'm looking at for the day to get you guys prepared absolutely free. All right, so go to the website, morning stock newsletter. Feel free to bookmark it. You can also sign up to receive it via email. All right. And again, we're going to break down everything. So every stock that has news with links, my personal watch list, pre-market gappers, previous day movers, and then this week we have some earnings as well. This is why I want to bring this to your guys' attention and why we started the stream early today. I want to show you how important this is, right? And how beneficial this could be for you guys. All right, look at yesterday's morning newsletter. This was posted at about 8:30, 8:35. We were talking about MVIS. We were talking about PLUG and AMC. All right, so whenever you have time, I'm not going to really spend too much time. Go in here, yesterday's newsletter from Monday. Look at my personal watch list on MVIS, PLUG, AMC. Go compare that to the chart. We were 3 for 3. Right? And this was at 8:30 in the morning before the day really even got going. We were 3 for 3 as far as our technicals, our setups, everything hit targets, no stop outs or anything like that. So it was an absolutely amazing day. Awesome alerts, awesome watch list for you guys. So again, it's very, very beneficial. Not only are you going to get a breakdown of what's moving in the market in news and the gappers and previous day stuff, right? Get you guys prepared. You're also going to get what I'm looking at for the day. And I really take time to do my due diligence as far as making sure these are credible, making sure this is accurate, because again, these are setups, these are trades that I'm going to put my money behind as well. All right, guys. So again, check this out from yesterday. Compare it to the chart. Absolutely crushed it. So it's very, very beneficial that you guys dive into this every single morning. So let's look at today's, right? Let's go ahead and look at my watch list for today. Then we'll go ahead and dive into stocks with news. So I'm watching PLUG again. PLUG was a short alert for yesterday. Today, I'm actually looking at it to the bullish side, right? So keep PLUG on high watch today. Yesterday was a beautiful short off the 13-200-day simple moving average resistance. We immediately fell over $1.50 at the open, making for a really nice short profit over on PLUG. We did see a strong rebound, and we are actually now starting to look bullish, right? We formed a nice doji above the 13 and 200-day moving average on the daily chart, and we could see another strong day taking the stock up to $30, $30.78 next target. Let's go ahead and look at PLUG. You know, what do I see here? Right, yesterday, right, we see the short. Yesterday, I see the short. The stock, right, is actually opening and then just flushed out, right? Underneath the 200-day moving average, underneath that 13-day moving average. And at that point in time yesterday, these were curling right around that $29 mark. What happened yesterday? Boop, $29. Would you look at that? Quick pop up to 29 and it immediately flushed on out. We had a strong rebound. And what looks really appealing to this now is that we actually closed back above the 200-day moving average and the 13-day moving average on increased volume, which is key. We want to see volume follow suit when the stock's price moves up. And we have a nice little doji right above that 200-day and this 13-day. So I want to keep this on high watch for the remainder of the week. If we start moving up today, we have room to $30, okay? So we would have room to around $30 first over on PLUG, right underneath these lows. And then we could possibly see that $30.73 mark next. We do have a slight gap to fill right around 32. So this could definitely be something that moves up great today or over the rest of this week. Again, we have a $30 target, 31, and then $32 over on PLUG. And that's the short-term swing, right? Short-term price action, that's what we can expect. Long-term, if we continue to build off of that 200-day moving average and we start to curl back to the upside, we have so much room on PLUG, right? We've came off these highs significantly, right? We came off those highs. What's that percentage? 60% decline off of these all-time highs, right? PLUG, EV sector. PLUG is a good company, right? They're innovative, right? You know, they're in the EV sector, and that sector is growing and evolving day after day after day with the economy and the world that we live in. So PLUG is definitely a good stock, and it is something that I actually own long-term, as well as like BLNK, NIO, you know, EV sector stocks like that. So we got PLUG, guys. Not only does it look good over the next couple of days for the rest of this week, but it may be good to start adding to this, and I am as well, for that push back up as a long-term investment as well, because this daily chart is actually starting to look really, really appealing, again, short-term and long-term over on PLUG. So definitely keep that one on watch. Then I want to keep Apple on watch as well. All right, so keep Apple on watch on your radar over 135. It has room to 137.50 over on Apple. This is an options play. All right, so as long as we can hold over this 135 mark, all right, and we were talking about it this morning around 8 o'clock as I posted that in the morning newsletter, right? So basically, it's just prior resistance. Look at all that resistance on the daily that we were banging off of over the last couple weeks, almost a full month, just banging off 135. We're above 135 now. So if we pull back and retested that support, where's our next target, right? Well, I would say 137.5. Look at this, the daily chart. Spiking high, 137.5. Spiking high, resistance, couldn't get over. A lot of resistance, couldn't get over it. So looking at Apple, is it going to run the 137.5 today? We don't know, but does it have potential today, tomorrow, throughout the rest of the week to get up towards around 137.5, maybe even 138? Absolutely. So again, technically, I want to keep Apple on watch. Apple has earnings, on the 28th after market. So we have today and tomorrow. Again, before earnings, maybe see some anticipation buying on Apple. Again, apply the anticipation buying into earnings on Apple. Apply the technicals. We could definitely see this move today and tomorrow up into that level. So again, technically, keep Apple on watch. We have a couple different reasons why we should be watching this. Again, if we trade options, we could grab, $2, $3 out of the stock, and that could be substantial profits over on the options side. So definitely keep Apple on high watch as well. Those are the only two things that I came across today that I'm okay with putting my money and my name behind. Again, Apple and PLUG. However, we do have some stocks to break down this morning that we have moving up fresh. And let's go ahead and dive into that. We have about 19 minutes to go. So I want to start with yesterday's number one gainer, and that being MVIS, all right? So MVIS yesterday, just an absolute beast, right? This stock really has just been doing phenomenal. All right, let me go ahead and get my face off here so you can see the scanners. This stock has been doing phenomenal over the past, week, right? This stock was trading last week at $10. We hit highs in pre-market of $30. We were talking about this yesterday. I said if MVIS closes at or near the high a day, watch for this to hit $30. Who can vouch for me in chat? If this stock closes at or near high a day and actually holds its gains, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit $30 in after hours or in pre-market. What did we do? We hit $31.14. All right. Again, it's common. Imagine all the swing traders getting in this yesterday, right? Swing traders coming in before market close at $26.44. They wake up and they see they're up $5 a share, $4 a share. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to lock in some profits, right? They're going to take some cheddar cheese, right? They're going to go to the bank. So it's normal. It's healthy to see profit taking. So that's all we're seeing here, some profit taking. And again, we are still respecting the technicals, right? We pulled back to a pretty key level of support from yesterday. It's also natural support, $25. So we have solid $25 support right now on MVIS. If we start losing $25 and we start selling off, all right, our next level of support for a possible bounce is going to be back down towards around 23.77 over on MVIS. All right, right now we're trying to get back above 27.20. That's a key level of resistance. So right now we're stuck in this little bit of a channel, right? Top resistance at 27.20, bottom support at $25. We got to wait for something to happen, right? Either A, we can get above 27.20 and start creeping back to the upside, fantastic. We have room all the way back to $29.40, $30 just because it's natural resistance, but then our top target is going to be a retest of those pre-market highs if NVIS steals the action and steals the show again this morning, all right? So again, I'm really looking at NVIS today. I know we have some other stocks moving. We have a lot of stuff on the upgapper list, but honestly, looking at price action, looking at the charts, the technicals, kind of just getting a feel over the last couple hours with all these stocks that we have really moving. I still think NVIS is going to be the stock that traders focus on today. I could be wrong, but I'm like leaning 80% certainty that NVIS is going to be the stock that everybody's trading once again today. I don't really think we're going to see any other stock steal the volume, steal the action, and really take on off. So I'm going to be watching NVIS as the number one stock out of the gate, either to the long side, the short side. There's definitely so much opportunity on this play. All right, guys. So again, prior momentum, no fresh news. We understand the technicals, what we're looking at here on NVIS. We know our targets to the upside. We know support to the downside. So we are prepared. We're good to go on NVIS. All right, moving on to some fresh stocks today. I want to talk about ALDX. That is probably one of the few stocks that has news today that I'll actually be looking at out of the gate as my top three. So ALDX is a 45 million in float stock. ALDX right now is trading just shy of 3 million shares, and its average daily volume is 859,000. All right, go to yahoofinance.com if you're new to the stream. Look up the average daily volume right here. ALDX is just shy of 1 million a day, and we're trading 3 million here in pre-market. So we're trading 3 times the average daily volume over on ALDX. So we have activity, right? We're trading more volume than we normally do. Why is it moving, right? Why is it number 4 on the leaderboard? Why is it trading 3 million shares? What's that catalyst, right? Is it a technical setup on the daily, or do we have some news? Let's go ahead and dive into it. So right here, we have ALDX reports positive top-line results in a phase 3 trial of allergic conjunctivitis treatment. All right? So again, we just need to look for those hot keywords. If you guys know anything about press releases, I'm going to upload this for you guys here in chat today. So you have this, save it, look at it. Hot keywords to look for in press releases. All right, so what do we have here? All right, what do we have in this press release on ALDX? Positive top line results in phase 3 trial. What do we see here? Phase 3 trial. 3-star keyword, right? Better than phase 1, better than phase 2. Not as great as met primary endpoints, but it's still a good press release over on ALDX. Okay, so we have some keywords to look for, and you know, they hit, right? Those are some good keywords in a hot press release. With that being said, ALDX had a nice little move to it, right? This stock closed yesterday at $11.11. Right now trading around $13.64 here in pre-market. We have resistance right around $13.76. If we get back above $13.76 and hold, we have room for about $1 move to the upside, right around $14.66, maybe even back up towards around $15, even $15.40. Right now, main support on ALDX is going to be $13.26. If we start cracking support and this stock starts fading and moving back down, we could see it all the way back down towards around $12 today. All right, so now we know our support levels, resistance, kind of what we're looking for. Now we just got to wait for an opportunity to present itself. We're prepared, right? We know ALDX, why it's moving. We know the flow, right? We know our levels. We are ready to go. So if ALDX presents an opportunity, we know we can get involved and we know how to make money in the market. So ALDX, one of the top 3 stocks I'm looking at. Again, number 1, I'm watching out of the gates, going to be NVIS. Number 2, all right, is going to be ALDX. Good morning, Tyler, Karen, Matt. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And then I want to be watching GMBL as well, okay? So GMBL this morning with a press release at 6:26. H.C. Wainwright and Company initiates coverage on esports entertainment with a buy rating, and they announce a price target of $20. So again, that's not super hot press release, but we have some coverage being initiated on esports entertainment with a buy rating and a price target of $20. Hey, look at that, guys. Look at that. You guys got some usernames now in chat. How you like that? We're rocking and rolling today. We are rocking and rolling. One thing I wanted to let you guys know as well over in chat is I actually added a temporary fix to the pop-out live stream functionality until the development period is done. So feel free to click open stream in a new window if you want. That's actually going to open up the live stream in a separate tab. You can actually disconnect it, right? If you were going to disconnect it, right, open it, you could actually take it, you could resize it, you can pop out your chat boxes, and then you could actually kind of customize the chat room to your liking. So feel free to go ahead and pop that out in a new tab. Once it's in a new tab, you can detach it from the tab. You can actually resize it, customize it to your liking. And you could do the same thing with our chat boxes to really give this chat room the layout and the feel that you like. All right, so I want to let you guys know before we dive into this a little bit more that I went ahead and I changed some of that functionality for you guys as a temporary fix until we get everything else complete. So hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully it works for you. So we got a price target of $20 over on GMBL. And right now the stock is slowly grinding to the upside. So let's look at that daily chart. Where can we go? Well, I see a lot of support at 14 bucks, right? I see a lot of support here on the daily chart right around that $14 mark. So right now we just need to get back above 14 and trade above 14. All right, if we start losing 14 bucks, we'll probably see it all the way back down towards around $12.71. But as long as this holds above $14 and we can start building off that level, you know, we could definitely see this all the way up towards around $15.32 first, just being the 50-day moving average that would probably hold this stock down as resistance, and then up and towards around that $18 mark, and then so on and so forth as we just look at some of these spiking highs on the daily chart. So I do want to keep GMBL on watch. I don't think it's going to be the stock that really steals the show, that really takes on off today. I mean, that press release has been out for 3 hours. We've only traded 500,000 shares. Yeah, it's a low float stock. It's 12 million in float, but it's not a super hot press release. It doesn't have super hot volume, and we can even see that here intraday that it's just not really doing too much. But is it something that we should be prepared and do our due diligence? Absolutely. We got to do that 100% of the time. So we're prepared. We did our DD. It's on the watch list. So if the stock starts moving on up, we know what to expect and we can make some money on this play. Okay, guys. Now, again, there's a lot of other stocks moving, right? We got DMTX or DMTK, right? I mean, what's going on with DMTK, right? This one's trading 500,000 shares. It's a 23 million in float stock. We got some news at 827. Dermatech shares are trading higher after company announced the launch of Dermatech Plus TM. Its test for the enhanced early detection of melanoma. What's melanoma? I don't even know what melanoma is, but the company announced the launch of, it looks like a product, Dermatech Play Plus TM, its test. So they launched a test for the enhanced early detection of melanoma. All right, so I don't know what melanoma is, right? If it's cancer related, hey, so I was getting ready to say, I was getting ready to look into that. There we go. So skin cancer. So, okay, that's good press release, right? If melanoma was like, a head cold, that probably wouldn't be a hot press release, right? But skin cancer, all right? So early detection for a type of skin cancer. So we do have something cancer related, an announcement that it's test for enhanced early detection, right? That is a decent press release, guys. So, DMTK. What do we got going on as far as volume over on DMTK? Average daily volume on this play is 1.5 million shares, right? But to the benefit of this play, the press release has only been out for about an hour. Within the last hour, we've traded, about 500,000 shares. Average daily volume on this play, though, is about 1.5 million. So we do still need to ramp up with some activity, see some more volume move into this play, but we have a good press release. We have a low float stock. We have a reason for the stock to be moving, and it's currently up 25%, guys. So definitely let's keep this one on watch. We did just push all the way up into resistance, right? 50-day moving average resistance, daily resistance as well over on DMTK. If this stock ever breaks on over these highs, we have room all the way to 60 bucks, all right? We have room all the way to $60 if we can break and hold over 55. Support, we're going to throw it all the way back down into prior resistance, right around $47.90 to $48, again, over on DMTK. So we got DMTK we talked about. We're good to go. ALDX, right? We're going to keep that on watch. GMBL. We also have TIRX. All right, TIRX doesn't have any news. All right, we don't have any news on TIRX. What are we seeing? A little bit of a dead cat bounce. This stock just getting crushed off those highs, falling all the way down towards around $10. So why is this stock really moving up this morning in pre-market? All right, it's just getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce, right, off these lows. Is it something that I really want to focus on today? No, because we have fresh, action. We have nice activity on MVIS. We got fresh news on GMBL, ALDX, DMTK, right? We have stocks with better potential, stocks that meet our criteria better than TIRX when it comes down to volume, flow, and news. Is TIRX still something that I think we should keep on watch? Yeah, we should keep it on watch. We could definitely see this move back up towards around $15 today over on TIRX. If it ever breaks over $15, we could see it to $15.80. We have support at $13.55, right? This stock could move today. So it's still worth doing the DD, getting prepared, getting up to speed, okay? But with that being said, I do not think it's going to be one of the top three that I focus on out of the gate. So once again, to recap, top three stocks I'm watching out of the gate today. MVIS is going to be number one. I'm going to be watching ALDX and DMTK. It's a mix between those two, all right? GMBL, I'm like 50-50 with it. TRX, I'm like 50-50 with it. CLOV, this has been a runner over the past couple weeks. I still do want to keep CLOV on watch. This one has a really appealing, really nice daily chart setup, all right? I was actually taking this trade yesterday with the team. We made a really nice alert. I know some traders made some money. We were looking at that pop over that 930 on strong volume to get this going to 10. It tagged like 945, fell off, didn't really do too much, but it didn't completely dump and lose all of its gains, right? So CLOV still has some opportunity and potential to get back up over $10, back up towards around $10.56, right? So I want to keep, CLOV on high watch today. Anything over 945 to 950, watch for a lot of volume to, really move into the stock to push it back up towards around $10. Then our top target's going to be right around that 1050 mark. And all we have is just a really nice daily setup, guys. Really nice squeeze formation. We're starting to get that curl and that cross with the moving averages. Slowly starting to see a little bit of volume move back into the play as well. And again, there's a lot of hype behind this play. A lot of people are talking about CLOV being the next AMC and GameStop. Does that mean we need to feed into the hype, right? Do we need to feed into the FOMO? No, got to be smart. Play the technicals. As long as it's moving, as long as there's volume, there's opportunity. We could definitely make some money on CLOV. So I do want you guys to keep this on high watch as well for today. Right now, support on CLOV is going to be back down in the low nines, anywhere from $9 to $9.09. Top resistance right now, 945 to 950. A break over that level. Watch for nice volume to move in. Push the stock back up towards around $10. And then we have a top target around 1056. And if this stock really starts stealing the show and really has a lot of volume, we could definitely see it tag that 200-day moving average right around $10.92. Once again, CLOV, ladies and gentlemen. So that is our pre-market stock selection session, ladies and gentlemen, getting you guys prepared for the day, breaking everything down. You guys know what we're looking at, what I'm looking at, what the team is looking at. If you guys are over on YouTube, maybe you learned something this morning. Maybe you found a stock that you didn't know was worth watching, and you guys are prepared now, ready to go, waiting for some opportunity, ready to make some money. So with that being said, I know it's a short session over on YouTube, guys. It's about 20 to 30 minutes every single morning, but we're going to continue to do this to drop value to, again, get you guys prepared for the day. So with that being said, Corey, Tyler, Kieran, Matt, Sandeep, have a good rest of your day. I hope to see you eventually over inside of the Alpha Day Trading community as we absolutely crush it and we absolutely kill it every single day. I mean, guys, yesterday was a phenomenal day. So many great alerts here in chat for the team. I know so many people making great money, learning. It was just a fun day, an energetic day. We're always having fun. We're always learning, always making some money as well. So if you guys ever have any questions, please hit me up, josh@alphadaytrading.com. With that being said, I look forward to seeing you over inside of the Alpha Day Trading community in the future. If I don't, I will still see you here over on YouTube every single morning, baby. 9 o'clock to 9:30 for our pre-market stock selection session. So guys, have an awesome day. Trade smart, trade safe. I will see you tomorrow morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is us, Barca fan. Good morning. What is up? Whoa. Did it really happen again? That's crazy. It was working. All right, here's what you guys got to do before the day gets going. All right. I want you guys to do this over in chat. So... and I'm going to do something. So I want everybody, because everybody else is working. It just seems to be Catherine and Chris. It's weird. And it was fixed yesterday. So when you're on the site, here's what I want you guys to do real quick to just kind of get a nice fresh reset. All right, I'm going to walk you through it. So you guys are in the chat room, right? So you guys are in the chat room. What I want you guys to do is go up to your login register. I want you to click log out. All right, but before you do that, after you do that, I want you to clear your browser cache. So if you're using Google Chrome, go to your settings, privacy and security, clear browsing data, and clear your other site data. Clear your cached images and files, clear your cookies, right? That's going to clear everything from AlphaDayTrading. So you're going to go up here, you're going to log out, you're going to go to your settings, you're going to clear your cache, you're going to come back and log in, all right? That should go ahead and take effect. Basically, what it's doing is your browser is caching the information and redisplaying it. So we got to get that cleared and get you a fresh login for everything to take effect. All right, so go ahead, click that log out button, clear your cache, log back in. You should be good to go, guys. You got to love technology, right? You got to love technology. But everything was working there for a second, which is odd, so... all right, but we're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have an awesome day. Let's make some money. Let's learn. Let's drop value bombs. Let's have a good old time, all right? So CLOV. All right, so we got CLOV with a nice pop here out of the gate. MVIS back over 2720. We could definitely see MVIS going a nice big move here out of the gate since we are back above that key level of Shipert. So let's see how we hold on this 1 minute candle. Let's see if it actually wants to move up or move down. So right now, MVIS looking a little weak. Let's go look at some other plays that we have. Anything on DMTK? No. Aldx is trying to get a nice little pop to it. We'll keep that one on watch here momentarily. GMBL, TIR to the X, MVIS, CLOV. CLOV, where's the pullback, baby? Where is the pullback, baby? Yeah, CLOV, what a nice move. This one has a lot of great potential today, guys. A lot of great potential. Waiting for a quick little pullback. Maybe take a long position here on CLOV. I definitely think this one has a lot of great potential today. Go ahead and did you guys get that log out, log back in done, or are you guys still doing it? I like how I jinxed myself. Hey, you guys like how we fixed it? And then boom, back to that. And I'm like, oh, that's just gravy. That's just beautiful. So let me go ahead and know if you're in chat. Make sure usernames are working. Let me know you guys can hear the stream. That we are good to go, guys, okay? So I want to buy the dip here on CLOV around 950. I think this one has a lot of great potential, guys. So I do like CLOV, and I am looking for that nice big push up towards around $10. Nice pop out of the gate. Nice pullback towards around 950. I'm currently long And I'm looking for this nice big squeeze up to 10 on CLOV, guys. Let's see if CLOV can get a nice big pop here. This is a strong candle. If this candle squeezes over the high a day, like, we got a lot of great potential here over on CLOV, guys. Let's see if it can hold on up. A pop over 967. Watch for a quick pop to 10. I don't see anybody in chat. Again, I want to just make sure, guys. I don't want to be repetitive, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting the stream and everything's working. I just don't see anything coming on in. Yeah, I'm just curious to see if that helps. Again, it's always a browser cache thing. So you got Amazon slowly pushing to the upside. Bark is here. All right, cool. So it seems just like Chris. That's so weird. It's only under Chris's username. Everybody else seems to be fine. Chris, Beth, and Catherine, but it was working there momentarily. All right, so basically, why am I long on CLOV? We had a nice big push out of the gate, right? Nice big pop out of the gate, right over that key level of resistance, 945 to 950. The stock is pulling back on decreased volume, right into that level of support. So that's why I'm going long off that level to see if we can hold to get that push to 10. Adding the daily technicals on top of it, this stock really looks appealing. And again, we've been talking about this for the last few days. So we have a nice daily technical setup intraday here. We're starting to follow suit really nicely with the break, the pullback, simply just buying the dip off that old level of resistance as new support and looking for that continuation move higher over on CLOV. Uh, 940, underneath 940 is where I'm going to have to step away from this, as we'll probably come back down towards around 909 if we lose $9.40. So looking to see if this candle somehow, some way pushes back over 940. This one had a nice pop. It looked great, but right now just getting hit kind of hard. I'm still going to give it some breathing room because I do think CLOV has a lot of great potential today. Over the last couple candles, doesn't look all that great right now, but I'm still going to let it breathe just a little bit. As I've realized over the past, couple days, about a week, that my stops are too tight. So right now, I'm going to have to let these plays breathe a little bit, especially the ones that I like. And I really do like CLOV on the daily chart. That's the only reason I'm even in this play right now, is just purely that daily chart, looking to see if we can hold on up and get that next leg up towards around $10 today. So right now I'm long 2,500 shares at 947, currently down about $139. So I cleared everything and logged out. Now the live stream gives you an error. What Oh, I guess you can't hear me. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I test it. I'm not sure. I mean, I test everything on my end. I'm going to go ahead and drop an actual link for the live stream, guys. It's a private link, what I did yesterday, just to give you guys a option. But yeah, I test it every day on a demo account, and all's fine on my end. Yep, so I went ahead and posted the private link. So if you guys want, just go ahead and watch the stream on that private link today. And yeah, I'll reach out to the developer again. Like I said, I expected to have a few bugs this week. It's very common for any new development launch. So I appreciate you guys' patience, and I'll slowly get all the bugs fixed by the end of this week. As far as the major bugs that we're having with the usernames, take a look into the live stream as well, kind of see what's going on there. And what I'll go ahead and do for you guys as well is, if we continue to have bugs this week, I will go ahead and prorate a week's worth of membership back to everybody just because they're having bugs. I don't expect you guys to pay for something when it's not working 100%. Okay. So that being said, I will prorate everything back depending on, how many days we have bugs, and make sure you guys are taken care of. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, let me go ahead and, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I do everything on the back end, cleared the cache. And everything should be fine. It's a new fresh sign up, so I'm not sure. All right, so I'm getting ready to have to probably walk away from my CLOV trade. I'm going to put a hard stop in at 932. So I'm going to go ahead and put a hard stop in at 932 on my 2,500 shares. All right, and then let me just do something real quick. Live stream's coming down momentarily, guys. All right, live stream's going to come down here momentarily. I will bring it right back up. Okay, guys? So live stream down for about 2 minutes. It'll be back up momentarily. 1 second.